Hello everyone, welcome to your tutor ZM, and in this video we're going to be looking at the rules of differentiation or the derivatives of things. So we have got our first rule, which is power rule. I have obviously mentioned this rule a couple of times. It's very basic. D over dx, let's say of x of n, is equal to n x n minus 1. So how can we apply this rule given, let's say they want us to find, let's say y is equal to 4x to the power 3. How can we apply that given such? So notice that my power, which is my 3, will come and multiply my number 4. So this will be 3 times 4. And then notice that my 3 will be subtracted by 1. So I'll have 3. Sorry, this is all x. So all this is, and then my x will be reduced by 1. So I have 3 being subtracted by 1. So here I'll have 12x squared. So that's the power rule. So the power rule can be applied on different examples or while solving. But let's try this one out. Let me just clear everything that I have going on right now. Let me just clear that, and then let's say we have got x to the power 4. So notice that my 4 will be multiplying my number, because there's a number here, there's a number 1, so this will be 4x, and then this will be 4 reducing by 1, so this will be just 4x to the third. Simple as that. Let's go over another rule. Let's go over another rule. So the other rule that we're going to look at is the product rule. So let's say we have been told to find, sorry, I wanted to write find. Let's say we have been told to multiply x squared plus 1 x to the third plus x plus 5. Oh, sorry, plus 5. So let's say we want to multiply this, and then in terms of dy dx, so in terms of, let me just write this, in terms of dy dx, so our final answer will not be differentiated. So they want us to write this in form of dy dx, or multiply it in form of dy dx. So the product rule says d of dx, and then let me say this is, they normally use u and v, so let's say one of these will be our u, the other one will be our v. Of u, let me just write my u properly, u, and then v will be equal to u dy over dx plus v dy over d of x. So how can we solve this one in relation with the rule? So if we have to pick which one we're going to differentiate first. So I'm going to leave this one the way that it is, my x squared plus 1, and I'm just going to bring that here. Now here is where you pay very close attention. Using my product rule, I can differentiate that, and then when I differentiate that, I'm obviously going to get 3x squared plus 1. So we have differentiated this using product rule. And then notice that every time you differentiate a constant like 5, it will come up to a 0. Any number differentiated is a 0, so that's where the whole 0 is coming from. And then all this will be plus. Now notice that this one is going to be the same. I think let me just do this. Oh, it can't move. Yeah, so I'm going to give that my x to the third power plus x plus 5, but first I think I'll be better off expanding this. So once I expand that, I'm going to get x to the I'm going to get 3x to the fourth plus x squared x to the second plus 3x squared plus 1. So I've basically expanded that. So as I expand that, I get that. So I can clear this out. I can clear that one out and make room. So then I'm done with this part. So this is basically this part. So now let me do that part. Let me sort out that part. So for that part, I'm going to have this the way that it is. So that is x to the power 3 plus x plus 5. And then once I differentiate this, I'm going to get 2x. So we have differentiated that. And then once I multiply, I'm going to have plus, because these two are multiplying each other. So I'm going to have plus 2x to the fourth power plus 2x squared plus 10x. So I'm just going to write that plus 10x. So then I've basically differentiated that. So now all that is left is just to collect the like terms and simplify further. So I think I'm just going to clear all this. So now I've got something like this. So once I simplify this, obviously my 3x to the power 4 will add, so I'll have 5x to the power 4. I'll have 5x to the power 4 plus 6x squared plus 10x plus 1. So then I've written this in form of dy dx. So then that's all about our product rule. It's all about expanding them in terms of one being differentiated and the other being the way that it was, and then the same way that side. So the other one that wasn't differentiated gets differentiated the other side. So then that's it for our product rule. So those are our basic two rules that I wanted us to go through. As I know, there'll be a part 2 where we'll look at the quotient rule, the implicit function, and the derivatives of some trigonometrical functions. So this has been your tutor ZM. Please leave a like, subscribe, share with friends. Thank you very much.